Hello, everybody. Welcome back. This is the Uncensored Anime Podcast. This is episode 23. We are your hosts. I am David. We got Kenny. We got Jerry. And you might have noticed that we have a fourth guest here, or a fourth host today. It is the awesome, amazing, yep, that's you, Petey-Sama. Welcome to the show, Petey. Glad to have you here.
Oh, thank you.
Yep, his
Oh, what an intro! My co-host doesn't even give me an intro like that. I'll tell you.
Too nice.
Hey, here on the Uncensored Anime Podcast, we are serious about our intros. We like intros, just like we like anime. All right, David, are we ready?
Yep. Start us off.
We're ready. Oh, that's how we do it. You say it every week. Okay. So today we've got the wonderful Petey-Sama. For those of you that don't know him, I'll let him plug all of his social medias in just a minute. But for those of you who have watched our show before, when we have a guest on, we always do the same thing with every guest, and we start them off with the most introductory anime question possible, and that's obviously, what are your top 3 favorite anime of all time? So we're gonna let Petey have a second. Petey, introduce yourself. Tell everyone your social media handles, all that good jazz. And then answer the question for us, Petey. What are your top 3 favorite anime of all time? So that's how we're going to start this off. Kick today's episode off. Because today we're just hanging out with Petey. We don't have news. We don't have anything like that. We're just hanging out, letting Petey talk about anime, have him a little time. We wanted to have him on because David and Kenny needed some time to get to meet him. And this was just the best way to do it. So.
Thank you, Jeremiah. Very kind words, sir. PD_Sama. That's my Instagram. That's my wannabe Twitch. That's pretty much it. YouTube, we don't really do that anymore. But
what do you do on Twitch, Petey? What do you put on there?
You know, we play it all. You know, a little Fall Guys. We do some Dragon Ball gameplay on mobile. I've been doing Assassin's Creed Valhalla. But I got a camera, so you probably can see my face now because I think that's what's cool about Twitch. I'm not too much of that, face cam kind of guy, but I'm gonna try it out, see how that works. But what else? What else do I play? That's it. PS5, Spider-Man, Miles Morales. I played on there, so there's a variety of games I'll try out, play. Right. I kind of suck at some, but follow me if you want to. Hopefully, I'll produce better content as we go along. It was just something I wanted to try out because it seemed cool. So, and Petey-Sama. That's where on Instagram. That's where I put up most of my stuff. So that's where you can contact me.
Have a podcast you need to plug too?
No, I don't. No, not at all.
That's not a thing anymore.
Not anymore. Nope. We so inconsistent. We're not gonna plug that now. We got that podcast is Pop Bros TV. You can find that on all audio platforms. Spotify. Any other? I just know Spotify, honestly. Right. But Anchor, Breaker. I think we're on Apple Podcasts too now. A few weeks ago. So. But we're trying to get more consistent, but my work schedule does not allow that. So, but we're getting there. We're getting there. I want to talk about that Kong versus Godzilla movie we just viewed. So hopefully that'll be the next episode. Yeah, pretty cool. Ooh. So so Pop Bros TV on all audio platforms for the podcast, and PD_Sama for Twitch and Instagram. My top 3.
Top 3 anime. Let's hear it.
Top 3 anime. All right. Number 1, Dragon Ball Heroes. I don't care what nobody says. Come fight me. All right.
No. He said it. Okay. He threw it down.
I said it and it's live.
This man is number 1. What the?
Number 1. I mean, there you go.
Okay.
It's the Z.
All right.
Just a franchise. Is it franchise or am I going by per show? I'll just say the Dragon Ball franchise, just all of that.
Okay, yeah,
whatever you want.
I'll take that. Yeah. I'll take Dragon Ball franchise.
So number 1,
Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Super, and Dragon Ball Heroes, all in one.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Number 2, close, but I would say Bleach as number 2.
Okay.
Number 3. I mean, I like Digimon, so I'm gonna throw Digimon up there because that one I had seen.
Digimon
and I'll say the Digimon franchise because the 2020 version and the older, 2000 anime.
Which is your favorite season?
Yeah, did you like the first season best? Is it 1 or I don't know?
Jesus,
Tamers,
I like
though.
2. I like
was a
2.
2 was good,
but 1 is good because Anjumon is my favorite Digimon, so that's where he first showed up and did his thing. So
sweet.
Damn, I'll say 2.
Two?
Just because it was more exciting. Yeah, you had Blackwood Greymon. You had.
Oh yeah.
But I really like yeah. But I like the new season as well. The new remake of
Yeah.
it. It's pretty cool. So
How much of the remake have you watched so far? Or have you watched it all?
enough of it.
Okay.
I think I got like 10 episodes left.
Oh, okay.
Give or take of the first season. Yeah. So
Kenny and I watched the first 5 or 6. Ken.
Yeah, I'm actually
then-
catching up right now. I'm like on episode
David-
15.
Oh, okay. David, didn't you watch some of it as
Yeah,
well?
I've watched the first 17 episodes. It started
Okay.
good. It's not bad.
I have
It's
seen
not bad.
all of
It's a fun time.
I've seen all of the original series. Okay, I think the 5th one might be my favorite one. I really like Data
You
Squad.
know,
or,
like, yeah, what is it called? Savers in the Japanese.
Savers and in the Japanese. Data Squad was bad, the English version, but the Japanese
That's like
version was cool.
after. That's like when it fell off for me. I think season 5 is when it actually like. When I think about Digimon seasons, that's like the one that I did. I don't think I watched all of it.
Yeah, there was
That's
one
when I
more
stopped
after that.
watching
Cross
them.
Wars, I think, was
Oh,
what it was called.
I never touched Cross Wars. That shit was wild.
Was that the Gundam one where they were like fused together and
Yes.
stuff?
And then like
Yeah.
Digimon.
that got crazy.
Yeah,
That got crazy.
That got
the
crazy.
Digidestined from like different universes had to come together, and
Yeah, there was. Oh, I remember that.
This is
Yes.
that's when I
A
goodbye.
little fan service there.
man. But
Just
I
like
love-
Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Did the same thing. Like
It
Yu-Gi-Oh!
did.
was up there too. I loved Yu-Gi-Oh! But once
God,
it started, they had like this thing on all this. No, they got a little too crazy for me. Once the passives of the card became this big on one card, I was like, I'm
Yeah.
Yeah.
good.
What,
I
you didn't
can't
like
do
the-
no
You didn't like the dual discs? Come on.
I mean,
love Battle
when they
City.
first showed up, I liked
Oh,
it because
okay,
Yu-Gi-Oh!
okay.
Kaiba had it, but then they like
Oh,
started
yeah.
flinging stuff out there. Thing like it was like
Oh,
shooting at you, like choom choom. I
I'm
was
trying to
nah,
think.
I'm good. GX, I think it was GX. I was
Hey,
like,
GX.
Yeah.
GX is
good.
I think GX is one of those weird things where like it has no right to be as good as it actually ended up being. Like looking back, like as a kid, I thought it was dope, but looking back, it's actually like better than I thought it was. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I was worried it was gonna be really bad going back to it, but it's like one of those shows where you're like, it was actually kind of fun, but it's
Yeah.
not like perfect. You know, I mean, it's
but
gonna be.
I guess because you guys were younger, you still went through it. Like at a certain age, I just stopped
Yeah.
watching everything. At
That's
like
true.
14,
That's
15,
true.
16, I went to baseball. You know, I was in different things.
Oh
So
yeah. You're right.
Oh, you were too cool for anime.
Yeah.
He was too cool. He was like, oh
no, it's just honestly, I didn't have a lot of people to like. You guys have you three.
Enjoy
I didn't
it.
have that. It was just
Right.
me, and if I found a friend, it was like Dragon Ball only, kind of. But and then
Right.
like one of my other friends, he was like, "Yo, I got some Japanese stuff. Look at this." I was like, "Oh, cool," but I never really touched on it like before. So
You were-
I came back to it all basically, and
You were
we
beating up all
we
the
watched a
little
lot of stuff. Timmy. No, but I rewatched a lot of stuff thanks to Battle of Gods.
Oh
my brother,
yeah.
my brother was like, "Look, Dragon Ball's coming back. I know you like that." I was like, "Dragon Ball's back." I was like, then Majin Buu, they were done. He was like, "No, it's brand new. Goku has red hair." I'm like, "Red hair, you say?" But he's like, "He looks funny. He looks skinny." I'm like, "Interesting transformation. Let's see what this is about." And introduced me to Lord, like they called him before, Lord Bills. It wasn't Lord Bills.
Bill. Oh yeah, that is
It
true.
was
I
actually
forgot.
Lord Bills. So
else?
I'm like, ooh, Bills. I'm like, that's a weird name. It's when he flicked the powerful transformation, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and knocked him out, is when I said, I got to get back into anime.
Oh,
Super Saiyan 3
damn.
to me, you know, as a Dragon Ball fan, it's one that fought Majin Buu, put him down. You know, he held his place. I saw the movie with Janemba. He fought Janemba, you know, so I was like, Super Saiyan 3 is no sense. You know, Barrett said, done. I was like, oh, I felt like Piccolo at that moment. Oh, Goku. You know? And then Vegeta's like, Goku got beaten by what? How fast? I was like, that's what I'm talking about. So that bring me back. And yeah, I just started from there. I started playing the games again. I got into the mobile game, and then I'm like, okay. And I started going from there. My Hero came out, and Seven Deadly Sins, and all these anime. I'm like, let me give these a shot. I know it's not the old school stuff, that Bleach and Yu Yu Hakusho and Inuyasha and all that stuff, but I was like, let me see. And I enjoyed them.
Right.
You know, but I'm a noob. Dragon Ball's in my heart, and nothing really takes that spot. I know there's better animation, there's better stories, but since I was little, it's what I know. That Pokemon, Digimon, it was those three that was so super interesting because they had a lot of figures and cards. You know, those are like the big mainstream things. So
Right.
That's what
Nostalgia's
I stood with.
strong. It's a strong force.
Yeah, it's strong, especially that, like I said, I was pretty much independent with it just by myself. So it was very influential, So characters like Anjuman, that they show them rarely, but his impact was so powerful. That's the stuff I remember from Digimon. You remember the little things with Greymon, like it was Patamon Digivolving. I was like, ooh, Angel versus Demons, like that whole aspect, just opened up different realms that I enjoyed.
Wasn't Angemon was the first one to ultimate digivolve in the original, wasn't he? Turning into Max. Oh, he's the last.
He was the last to do it all.
He holds it. Yeah.
Because all his moments were pretty much.
It was Greymon.
No,
Greymon always accelerated faster than everybody else.
Well, I thought Greymon, because he turned into Skull Greymon.
Well, let's say Agumon.
Greymon did evolve into Skull Greymon before everyone else, but that was the first time they even touched on Ultimate Digivolution in the first season.
We didn't understand what it was. I was like,
know why he was freaking out. We were like, oh,
I was scared. I was little. I was like, ooh, evil. Like, ooh, like that was the thing about the Digimon anime over the Pokemon anime that I always like is that they put in a lot of like evil, dark aspects to the show. It was very. True. It was uncomfortable. Like seeing certain things, I was like Pokemon was always happy. Like even when it was Team Rocket and stuff, it was like they're gonna blow away, haha, hee hee. Yeah. But Digimon, like there was real elements. Like Digimon were dying and like de-digitalizing and like I was like, what the hell? Devimon, Myotismon, like pure evil. Like I was like, this show is a little, for being what it is, it's pretty cool. It's a little dark to it, a little darkness feel to it.
Boys, I don't know if you know what this is, Sama, but we talk about it on the podcast a lot. But do you know what an isekai is, Sama? Do you know?
Yeah, that's those weird animes that I don't ever think I'll touch. Oh, we lost date. Did we lose?
No. It happens every episode. It's a running joke.
Even on my episode, we lost them.
On your episode, yes. It happens every episode.
You just do that. It's out of the way now at this point.
No, I feel like it's a running joke.
It's like we'll be on for hours prior to, or like we'll be hanging out. I will never disconnect, and then we start.
Once I hit that record button,
that is hilarious.
Okay, so
I would hear the podcast, and I'm like, does they do that? Like, is that on purpose now? And I just see him live. So
just
have I was listening to a video the other day, and it was talking about how, and I didn't even think about this, but Digimon is one of the more classic examples of an isekai. Yeah. Because it's legitimately people trapped in another world. And as much as it doesn't follow like, the tropes of isekai, which, the big booby girls and the harem parts and all that junk.
I mean, Anja Woman.
Anja Woman is
we pulled some of those nice Anja Women, bro.
You seen the new version of her?
Yeah. Oh my god.
One from the 1.5 set, Sama, and her titties are all the way out. It is like her titties are all the way out, bro.
Hashtag DigiTitties.
Hashtag DigiTitties.
The DigiTitties, bro.
But no, it was interesting to me because I was thinking about how it's an isekai. Digimon isn't a fucking isekai, and I was like, oh no, I was like, this is stupid, because it just isn't. It is a way different type of adventure than most isekais are on right there. And it's also interesting because I always think about, you were mentioning how Digimon, it raises the stakes because like the characters are trapped in another world. They like totally could die. Digimon are getting slaughtered all around them. Like there's like so much shit happening to these kids. They like get back to the real world, then they have to go back to the digital world. Like there was so much shit. I was like, man, this
kids, man, these are 10-year-olds. And Kari joined. She was like 6, 7, and TK is young. I'm like, man,
I think
this would be a cool adventure, but this is scary stuff. They fighting my oldest man. Like, my guy doesn't play. He throws some bats at you and you dead. Like
he's trying to like destroy the world.
He really wants everyone to die. But I think that's what made Digimon so cool as a kid. I agree, Sam.
And it was Anjuman's voice actor. Don't know who he is. I didn't look it up, but he really inspired that voice. Wow. Like for English dub, it was
all their voices were so good.
Yeah, what's he's like Anjuman, hand of fate. And then when he digivolved to Magna Anjuman, I can still do the voice in a Magna Anjuman. Like it was just like, dude, that's dope. And then Piedmon is like, chew on this. He's like,
what was
I'm not hungry.
What was Biomon's?
Yo, that was the funniest thing.
Like Biomon's. Oh yeah,
that's the bird.
Birdramon.
Birdramon. She sounded a little Jamaican. I don't know.
Yeah, the voices were so iconic whenever they would digivolve. Oh man.
Greymon was funny because he's like Greymon, and then Metal Greymon killed me. He's like Metal Greymon. So I'm like, but it was just those little things. The voice out, like I found that so energetic because like Pokemon was like they all sounded the same, like Pikachu, Geodude, you know, like it was all like Squirtle, and Ash and all of them just sounded like kids, you know. But Digimon had some really deep, high pitched, low pitched voices. So I was like, man, that's pretty cool. Like. You know, even Dragon Ball was like, you know, certain voices, Piccolo, you know, Chris Sabat, he was just like certain characters. I'm like, yo, I love this dude's voice. Like he puts emphasis on his screen, you know. So little, I was like, I loved all that stuff. But Digimon, it was Angemon. Something about when he came out, I'm like, I did not freaking blink because he would disappear in 2 minutes. But what he did, he would come through in the clutch. But what I never liked was that he would lose his energy so fast. He'd be like, hand of fate, and then digitalize. I'm like, yo, what the hell, bro? You just came out after 18 episodes. You know, and then Magna Angemon throws a Gate of Destiny. He's like, okay, power down. Pew.
He beat Piedmon's ass, though.
For Ultimate, put the hurting on that Mega, bro. He was, that's why I was like, T was always a step below, but always on par.
Mm-hmm.
But and then Black War Greymon came and showed them that he's not a virus, he's a data. So Black War Greymon was like, "You are kind of worthy, but not that worthy. Get the hell out my way."
Owarida.
Owarida. Oh no, that's Jiren. That's Jiren. We can't touch on that yet. That's later. Owarida.
All right. So Sama, I have a question. Then let's go back to Dragon Ball for a second because I think that we need to talk about Dragon Ball a little bit. We haven't talked, you know, everyone on this podcast, Kenny, David, and I, we actually are all, I mean, we're Dragon Ball fans. Like at the end of the day, I think all of us, I mean, it's hard to be into anime and not, I know very few people who are anime fans that don't have at least a degree of respect for Dragon Ball as a franchise. So to me, it's like for this sort of conversation, like we've never had a Dragon Ball conversation on this podcast yet. So this will be our first.
Then you have one with Chase.
Yeah,
maybe a little bit.
With Chase.
Maybe a little bit with Chase, but definitely not one.
But yeah, definitely influenced him away. Y'all were like, "Have you watched this?" He's like, "Oh, I'll check it. Have you watched this? Get away from Dragon Ball. Have you watched this?"
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, they.
We can take some time and actually let's tear into Dragon Ball a little bit, just to hear about. So here's what I want to know, Sama. When you were young, why Dragon Ball? Who was the character that stood out to you and why? And then what part of the story overall do you like the best? So favorite arc, favorite character, why Dragon Ball? Like, why did it stand out to you? Why is it your thing? Like, why do you feel like it's persisted this long? Because it's obviously been a part of your life for 20 years? Maybe even longer than that? So, like, I'm about to say
10 or 11. About 11.
So,
because that's when the Burger King figures came out.
All right, so tell us, get us informed. Like, why do you feel like? Because for me, I think there are lots of people out there in the world that are like you. That Dragon Ball's like that show that has persisted, and that it's been like a
no one is like me.
No, you know what I mean. No, you're right. You're a unique individual, but there are lots of anime fans that their layer of anime knowledge is something like Dragon Ball, and they know that. So I think that you're a really relatable guy when it comes to this circumstance. So tell us, why has it persisted? Why is it still a big part of your life? Why do you collect a lot of Dragon Ball merch? You have a lot of Dragon Ball merch. You have a lot of Dragon Ball things. So, I mean, look. So talk to us about Dragon Ball for a little bit, Sama, because I think it'll be interesting to everyone at home.
Simple. It's the best franchise of all time. Don't bother. Just stick with it. And it's just the best. It makes me happy. Okay. So the first introduction, I believe my grandfather in Puerto Rico sent me some cards.
Wow.
He sent me a movie with it. I don't remember what the movie was. Now, these were not regular Dragon Ball cards. They kind of remind me of the Topps Charizard, like the Topps Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
They kind of look like that. And I'm looking at them. I'm like, what the hell is this? I see a guy with blonde hair. I'm like, oh, I see what was Majin Buu. I'm like, what the hell is this? And it was that my uncle was actually watching over there, and he thought I would probably like be interested, but I don't think we got the Cartoon Network version yet, the dub or whatever. Nothing. I didn't see nothing on Cartoon Network about it. So a few months later, I actually see on freaking Toonami that they're gonna start putting out Dragon Ball episodes. I'm like, that looks familiar. When I go back, I'm like, let me check these cards. I'm like, oh wait, this is from that. I'm like, okay, let's check it out. And the beautiful story began.
And the story began.
That's it. And I watched it and I'm like, okay, kind of awkward. Certain characters, I'm looking at Roshi, I'm like, he's an old perv, okay. Krillin, I'm like, okay, weird dotted forehead guy, not bad. Goku had no shoes, he was like barefooted. I'm like, okay, cool looking outfit, but weird hair. And then Raditz comes, and then he just takes little Gohan away, and Goku just gets smacked. I didn't understand anything about the Dragon Ball. I didn't watch Dragon Ball before that, so I didn't understand like the Piccolo and Goku, you know, like story or anything. So I'm like, who the hell is this green alien, and why is he telling Goku that, you know, I'll work with you now? And I was just so confused. But it was that first fight with Raditz, and he takes the whatever Raditz double Sunday or whatever his damn movie.
Yeah. Raditz is fucking stupid. So stupid.
Yeah, and he just Saturday crush, like he has a weekend fetish or whatever. But he hits them and he shoots the beam through both of them. I'm like, the main character just died like 8 episodes in. I was so confused. I was like, what the hell? But that interests me because now you have his story about how he goes and train, you know, like, so just all that build up. But it was just the flashiness, the character, the design, the music. Bruce Faulconer, his music. You can say what you want. I like the sub version, but his dub, his version of the music for the show, legendary to me. I remember every song that I can play. I can name you the moment, probably the episode. Like, it's crazy. Just because I know, like, Cell's theme. Like, who else has a theme like that? I mean, that's so maniacal and robotic at the same time. Like, it was so cool. Like,
he made the
just little things like that.
That was him, right?
Yeah, the main
what? Wasn't that how it goes?
Not that exactly, but maybe a version.
That's exactly how it went.
Dragon, rock the dragon, something like that.
But yeah, definitely just a hype intro. You hear that, you ready for the show. You
right.
That's kind of how the tournament. That's kind of how the Tournament of Power theme had me for these Japanese, like the episodes I was watching sub. I'm like, I'm like, we're gonna fight that Jiren. We're gonna get, you know.
You're like, damn, are they getting driver's license today or what? No.
But it was that. So these cards, I wish I still had them. Pycon. Yeah, I saw Pycon. Shit. I looked at his hat and his I was like, this dude looks dope. But I never saw him. And it wasn't until the episodes that it's non-canon, whatever they want to call it. But that tournament, I think it was still one of the best kind of fights in Dragon Ball that they don't consider. Yeah, the World Tournament. But when I first saw Pycon on the TV, I was like, I felt satisfied. I was like, that card, when I held it, I didn't know who you were, but now I know. You are Pecan or Paikuhan, as they call them. But yeah, but it was just certain characters in those cards. I was so Deborah. That was, I think, the one that when I saw him, I said, wait, there's a devil in this show? I was hyped. I was like, that's kind of cool. So I was a big Undertaker fan back then, Undertaker and Kane. So I like that Dark Ministry and demonic, all that stuff from WWE.
All right.
So Deborah to me, but I was so confused. I'm like, what is that M? Because I saw that on Boo. I saw it on a Bobbity. So, you know, it was just so confusing seeing those cards, but then actually seeing the anime, waiting for the episodes to come out because they played the Frieza saga about 18 times before the Cell saga came into I was like, I get it, Frieza. Frieza is so long. God, that arc was so, but I loved it because the development was so crazy, you know? Vegeta went from douchey to semi-douchey, you know, at the end. But, you know, just everything that built up. Gohan had his moment that you saw his hidden potential again. He fought, you know, so Piccolo got stronger and just all these things. So long arc, but enjoyable. But that's pretty much it. Just these characters. And then Burger King released these figures. I was like, I couldn't find nothing. KB Toys was open back in the day, right?
Yeah.
What do these Burger King figures look like?
They were actually gold and silver. They were from the Frieza arc. So they were like statue. They were like stiff, but you could like rotate them.
Oh,
just type in Burger King.
I got some of these.
Yeah, that was the Burger King figures.
Oh wow.
So the Super Saiyan one was like a bronze colored. Oh man, I love that one.
These.
Yeah.
Yep.
My God.
Do you have them all collected though, Petey? What's going on with them?
They all found a way to rest in peace.
No.
They came with like little cards.
You know what? I think I gave them to my brother, and then he was little, so he destroyed them all.
That's not
again like I had the little Gohan, the Krillin, the Goku base, and Super Saiyan. I think that was a Frieza, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Krillin.
There was silver, or everybody was silver besides Goku. Goku was bronze, looking Super Saiyan.
You had Piccolo, Krillin, Gohan, Vegeta, Frieza, and Goku.
Vegeta I never got. That was the unlucky draw. I would tell them, Burger King, can I get Vegeta? They're like, I don't know what that is. Take another Frieza. I'm like, no. But
and they made Vegeta super short. He's like,
yo, he was like this. Him and Krillin. Krillin was like this. Vegeta, I was like,
he's tiny.
But it's funny because Vegeta looked shorter back then. Like it's like he grew a little bit now. His forehead also grew a little bit. But now they actually like the Widow's Peak actually shortened down. You know, it used to be like down here, but now it's like up here.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, those figures right there, man. That was the only thing I could find. Nothing was in KB toy. Like nothing I don't guess was licensed, or some scalper back in the day, like Jerry would go and buy all the toys up because he knew in 25 years that I think they were Jack specific, if I'm not mistaken. Those came out, so those held me down until I could finally find figures. Shooting Kamehamehas out the hand and stuff, so all that stuff. And then I got a version of the Japanese game. What was it called? Something Bout, Final Bout.
Yeah,
PlayStation.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was it. That bring me in so far because it had characters I've never seen yet. Because GT was in Japan. I don't know what the hell GT was in England. I see Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I'm like, who? What the hell is that?
Yep.
I'm still stuck on Super Saiyan. I'm like, huh? And the Gogeta and Vegito. I'm like, so it gave me an idea of what the hell was coming. And that got me even more excited. Because then back in the day, 1999, the internet wasn't that great. But, you could find some little Wikipedia type stories of Vegito and like all these things that happen. So I read everything and I was like, ooh, I can't wait to see this, And we just went from there. We went through the Cell Saga. That was Trunks, the appearance of Trunks. That was memorable. I'll never forget that
Trunks
day.
Is pretty
I
cool.
see this kid comes. He came in and just smacked Frieza in 5 minutes. After I just watched Frieza Saga 14 times, and they couldn't touch him until he came in, and Frieza's strong at this point, and with ease, he just took out his whole army with ease, and I'm like, like his music, his theme song when he powered up, Frieza laughing at him, and then dun, 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 he's over here with his the ball. I'm like, those moments when you little, I was just like, to me that was it. Like I was like, this show is the greatest thing ever,
Man, but that line whenever Goku and Trunks fight and Krillin's, they're like, I think the guy put his sword away, and they're like, yeah, I think Goku put his finger away too, and you're like, no.
my man Goku.
I know.
I'm like,
damn.
What the hell did you just learn in this planet?
I know.
Because you wasn't that nice before. But it was just a progression, how it just escalated from there. Just Super Saiyan and then all this transformation, all these power-ups. But it just kept me interested to see what's next. But I was waiting for them to hit Super Saiyan 4 and like red hair, because I saw Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. So when they started talking about ascending to the next level, I was like, this is it. I told my father, my brother, I'm like, they're gonna have red hair. They go into the hyperbolic time chamber, come back out, they look the same. I'm like, this is not the ascension I was thinking about. Yeah, they're supposed to have red hair. Like I hyped everybody up, and they're like, what the hell are you talking about? I'm like, they supposed to have red hair. Okay, that's the ascension.
I promise.
That wasn't to be. There was Super Saiyan level grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, all these damn levels just to get to Super Saiyan 2. So again, I didn't know this stuff, but I was excited to see that form, and I had to wait. When was GT released? I forgot. Mid-2000s to actually see it. I'm like, thanks. Finally, all the hype I gave people 5 years ago, and now y'all release. But dope. Just those transformations. GT, not a fan of the story. Pan, I hate her. Trunks, they did my boy dirty there. But the serious transformation of Super Saiyan 4, his voice, his power, his demeanor, great stuff. Vegeta skipping from 2 to 4. Cheat code. I digged it. You know, there was a different Vegeta. He wouldn't do that back then. He'd be like, "Oh, I'll find a way." He was like, "Dude, just transform and we gotta beat this dude." So, you know, it was just like different. It was weird. I was like, "What?" And yeah, that's it. So I finally got to see those transformations, and I felt complete. I was like, "All right, I seen Vegeta." I still don't know who the hell Gogeta was. I'm like, "What the hell's Gogeta?" I didn't know he was just a movie-based character. Yeah.
Yep.
So I had to get those later down the road when I freaking started venturing out into VHS tapes of all the movies and stuff. So, but yeah, that's it. When I finally saw the Super Saiyan 4 transformation, the last GT, I thought that was done. I was like, I'm done with Dragon Ball, and I was done. I didn't watch it again until F came out. Resurrection. Was it? No, Battle Gods.
Yeah, Battle
The game came out first, and that's when my brother showed me. I see the cover. I'm like, what the hell? Goku got red hair. He looks skinny. He's sparkly. What the hell's going on here? And then they release what would be the dub movie here. I was like, okay, and that's it. The love for it, but I appreciated it more now because I kind of understood what the hell was going on. And then the new story got me back pretty much into anime. So
that's sweet.
Yeah, just the music, just the animation, the voices, the screaming, just screaming for 5 minutes for no reason, but you felt those screams, you know, that you felt that he powered up. Now they just be like, transform. I'm blue. What's up? I'm like, dude.
I'm blue.
I'm blue. I'm like, where's the drama?
What's up?
But I think Toei heard that from the fans because they didn't like how they would just like transforming, no emotion, no nothing. Because in the Tournament of Power, Goku starts screaming again for blue. Like, oh! He didn't have to do all that, but they put a little more emphasis in the blue transformation and in the movie when he went blue versus Broly. That is, I think, Sean Schimmel's best rendition of that transformation. Cause he went full fledged. I thought he was gonna turn to Super Saiyan 4 for that reason. He was screaming electricity. His eyes went Ultra Instinct for 2 seconds, went back blue. I was like, what is this? But I just love the passion they put for certain transformation. That goes with other shows that I start watching. I'm like, okay, Dragon Ball, the only one that did that. But damn, they were the only ones that screamed for 5 minutes and went to the next episode still transforming. I've never seen that.
Yeah, right. Ain't no one gets that long with the transformation.
Freaking Piccolo's over here. Piccolo for 3 episodes with the special beam. Like, oh. I'm like, just do it.
I'm surprised those voice actors like didn't completely lose their voices, like voicing these characters.
Schimmel did when he went Super Saiyan 3. He lost, I think, for 3 weeks, right?
I heard that he did it. I think I saw an interview with him where he talked about it. Yeah.
Dude, he screamed for 10 minutes.
For 3 weeks. Oh wow.
Yeah. I'll probably die doing that. Yo, he was not screaming. He was screaming like crazy.
Favorite Dragon Ball character of all time?
Damn it, Jerry.
Or how about top three? Top three.
In no order either. Yeah. You don't need to rank it 1, 2, 3, but
Trunks.
But it's
just because
Trunks.
Yeah.
Okay, Trunks.
Trunks, yeah. Even in the future, like
all of Trunks.
And Super.
A lot.
Little thing, but he redeemed himself a bit. I had to go with a new guy just because I felt like he kind of changed the balance of Super, which is Goku Black. Just a similar. We've seen that before in Dragon Ball.
Right.
We've seen Turles. We've seen Bardock. We've seen
Baby
renditions of Goku. But something about Goku Black, he wasn't playing around. Like we didn't know who the hell he was. They were calling him Goten. They were calling him Future. Like they were calling him Future Goten and stuff. But he kills Bulma like nothing with just no emotion. I'm just like, yo, this is some dark Dragon Ball. So I've never seen that dark before. Cell, he wasn't a bad guy. He just wanted to beat everybody down. That was Cell. Boo was too kiddie. He didn't care. Frieza killing Krillin was pretty dark because that was just like the first time we see like somebody exploding, with no remorse. Right. But Goku Black just taking out everybody, destroying the world. I was like, and his music, Lord have mercy. That theme song, lovely, loved it. I'm a big fan of OSTs. Just throwing it out there.
Yes.
But so Goku Black number 2, 3. Oh man. There's a lot of characters, man. I mean,
there's a lot of characters.
That's why I'm curious.
We've seen the list for them games, okay?
Yeah, you see the games. I can't go by that because you use the best. You using only Saiyans. Who's using Piccolo?
Yeah, come on.
But I'm just thinking about like good development and stuff like that.
Trunks, Goku Black. Who else?
Damn. Oh man, that's tough. I would say it's a fight between the two, but I'll just throw in Gohan because he died off. God, his poor character.
Yeah.
I really liked like just him being the human. You know,
Right.
he was a hybrid Saiyan, but he was like us. He was just a kid.
Mm-hmm.
But the situations he was always put in and to accelerate and do what he did,
Gohan,
it was cool, you know?
until the end of the Cell arc, is probably one of the best characters in the series.
Yeah.
He was, and that was what they were trying to do.
After Majin Buu starts and this man goes full Great Saiyaman, you know it's downhill.
Well, I love Great Saiyaman though.
But you know that's when they gave up on.
I didn't mind it, but I thought he was gonna continue his way.
Yeah,
you
his
know?
growth.
Really
Right.
giving up on.
And he did. He you know, they retrained him. He lost his way because his mother wanted him in school. I mean, that's not his fault. That's character development.
Power. I mean, I liked Gohan's return in the Tournament Power. Like deciding
It wasn't bad, but you just didn't feel that Gohan from the past, you know? That I'm desperate and I'm just gonna, like in BoJack, the BoJack movie, that Gohan was wow. He just started killing, bro. He blowing people up with fists.
Yeah.
Like it never got to that point, but I always liked that he was humble. But when he had to turn it on and they made him cry, that's when you knew things were about to. Because at one point he was the strongest character, non-fused, you know.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
At the end of
you
Cell,
know, and there was a lot of points in that. Yeah, versus Cell, he definitely surpassed all of them.
yes.
And then fighting Super Buu, Piccolo was looking at him like,
Oh yeah.
who the hell are you? You look different. You seem different. And he got cocky, and Boo was like, "I'm gonna eat you. You seem powerful, sir." But you know, it's just
absorbed Boo, or Gohan got absorbed into Boo.
and he
he's
became
missing
Boohan.
Gohan, right?
I like Boohan. That's my favorite rendition of Boo. Like his voice was cool.
Because that's
He had
when
a little-
Gohan turned Mystic Gohan or
Mystic
whatever you
Gohan.
call it.
Yeah.
They call it Ultimate Gohan. He unleashed his full hidden potential. So.
Yeah.
So he didn't have to power up. He didn't have to go Super Saiyan. He was just in base form, but he was so strong in that he didn't need nothing,
wanted to see
which is
Super
crazy.
3 Gohan. I think that would have been cool. Gohan never went Super Saiyan 3. I would have liked to have seen it.
He does in Dragon Ball Heroes.
Oh,
Oh
no!
my god.
You're joking with me. You're playing.
It's the best. It's the best.
He also goes Super Saiyan 4.
No!
We have that card too, the Super Saiyan 4 Gohan Unison.
Shit. And if you think I'm lying, check these Dragon Ball cards out. There are Super Saiyan 4 Gohans and
This man fuses fucking Hercule to fucking
Goku. Was it Goku?
Goku.
You got Tiencha. You got Tiencha.
Oh no, these aren't
You
real.
got-
You're making this up.
We have
You got-
we have a Veginx. Veginx.
Vegeta, yeah. Vegeta and Trunks.
Goku.
Gohan and Goku, bro.
No.
Yeah, I told you I'm not ready for Dragon Ball Heroes. Look at
Come
this. This is Super Saiyan 4 Bardock. This is my game.
Oh
Dragon Ball.
yeah.
Oh
damn.
my god.
Bro, what you see, Dragon Ball Heroes is a joke, right? Ha ha he. It's a promo anime. But they give us everything we always want to see, and they actually do those characters justice.
Let me
like-
get fucking Broly fuses with Goku or something. No, I'm joking. No,
No, they don't got that yet.
they never done
Wait.
Goku yet. I don't know.
What? Keep talking. I will find this card right now.
Broly, Goku. I don't know. Broku.
Broken.
No. There's a card. This is Dragon Ball Fusions. Because there's Dragon Ball Heroes, but before that it was Dragon Ball Fusions. Like they did a lot of concepts for like certain cards. I forget if he's a super type.
Sama,
Give
do
me
you-
a second.
You remember back after GT happened, there was this time period on the internet when people tried to float this idea called Dragon Ball
Super
AF.
Saiyan AF.
You hear about that?
AF.
Like,
That was where Super Saiyan 5. This is give me
like
a second.
white hair,
This
like-
is Karoli. Goku and Broly.
you're
Karoli?
No.
Oh, of course it would be Kakarot, wouldn't it?
Oh.
Come on. What am I thinking?
bro. You're
Karoli.
Rolly.
So you see the logo? Dragon Ball Fusions.
Come on.
So
That actually
I
was
need
pretty
to
sick.
roll
though.
they've done it all. But what I like about that is that our dreams when we were little, changing the colors of their hair and giving them longer hair, they've done that in Fusions and Heroes. So we're good. You know, like it's satisfying what we know they're not ever going to put in the show because it makes no goddamn sense.
Yeah.
But
is Akira Toriyama making those? Is he?
He's not. No, there's so many other the company, the game itself, Toei Animation. The game.
Okay, so
they're doing the promo anime, but with help of Toriyama, he's like throwing ideas, but he's not nowhere near like invested in it.
Who was originally drawing the Dragon Ball Super manga? Toriyama even talks about how he saw the guy's art and he was like, his art looks more like mine than I feel like mine does sometimes. He was like, his character, like, because he had him draw the manga and he was like, his stuff looks more so like mine.
Toyotaro.
Looks more like mine than mine does sometimes.
He's good.
So, yeah.
His art is good. His story, he's learning how to do stories because I felt like he dropped the Tournament of Power. It wasn't that good.
The Moro arc, I think the one that he wrote, it's all him, right?
Moro was good, yes.
You liked it?
I liked it, but then it ended in a way that I didn't want to see it end, but I was like...
He's doing one right now that's, what's it called? Is it about the salt and pepper?
It's about...
Shroom and salsa, bro.
Oh, shroom and salsa?
Shroom and salsa.
I thought
granola and oatmeal. That's our protagonist.
Okay. Shit. Well,
yes.
I was even more confused. Are Shroom and Salsa from Heroes? I think they're from Heroes.
Are Shroom and Salsa from Heroes?
Okay.
That deck's really good, apparently.
Granola and oatmeal that are the badasses in the manga right now, dude.
Granola right now is the big guy. He's like a fusion of Tapion, and he has a lot of Tapion elements. I know Tapion from the movie.
These are real people.
Cool character. I like, but he's kind of truffle kind of based.
Right.
Like that they're kind of going with that story, but not truffle, but kind of like Frieza destroyed his plant and he's the only survivor. You know, we've heard that kind of
like what they did with Baby. Is that what you're saying?
Kinda, but he's going a different way. He's going a Zamasu kind of way towards, but he's not just like going after Goku. I guess he's gonna meet up and see them. I guess at one point, his goal is to see the Frieza Force and see them get obliterated. So I think this is where I see Frieza finally gone from Dragon Ball.
Wait,
if they're gonna do it that way. Mm-hmm.
Is this real? The Cerealian race, Granola. These are real people.
The Cerealian. Come on.
This is the manga, sir. This is not Dragon Ball Heroes.
Granola and oatmeal are more canon than anything else because they're in
if the anime comes back, most likely this arc will get animated.
It'll probably adapt the Moro and then the
Moro and this. Yeah, that's
from
what
the
they
planet
do. Maybe a
cereal.
movie. I'll see a movie from it. A movie would be fine. I don't think an arc would.
Movie would be nice.
I think we're at this point with gods and everything that movies make more sense.
Of the anime, how much do you want more?
Only of the I forget his name that drew that he was the animator for the movie. If they bring him back to do the show and he told them, don't rush me, I'm gonna do it at my pace, but I'm gonna make your show look spectacular.
Yeah,
because certain episodes like with the Jiren fight, Jiren Ultra Instinct Goku 130, that animation. The movie animation, that's what he wants to do pretty much every episode. So Dragon Ball would definitely rise, in certain, areas if it's animated like that. But
and Dragon Ball Super had that issue at the beginning where they were trying to rush things out. It was animators.
It was episode 5 when Beerus fling Goku that they look like two stick figures. Like I was just like, what in the hell? So they rushed Super just to,
memes. Oh man.
I don't know what the hell was the reason. They had all these years put it out, so they were rushing it the way they were, but I think they were open like 4 other animes so at the same time, so I guess that's what happens when you overwork your staff. But
yeah, and I mean a lot of people talk about how when Super's animation picked up, it's the main reason why One Piece's animation got really bad at that time because a lot of the animators that were working on One Piece, because it's under the same company, Toei, and they moved over. So like everyone was really like bashing Super that first arc. So a lot of the main animators from One Piece got shifted over there. You're doing Dragon Ball now. And because of that, the Dressrosa arc of One Piece is considered like one of the worst animated arcs of all time because a bunch of noobs and a bunch of, like freelancers had to pretty much like cobble that arc together because all their main animators are working on Dragon Ball, which lucky for the Dragon Ball fans, sad for the One Piece fans.
But at least they had a reason. They were multitasking, right? What happened to Seven Deadly Sins season 3? I don't know why that studio picked that. Jesus Christ. Bro, Escanor and freaking Meliodas fight looked like a Pokemon fight.
Okay?
And this is just a studio that's working. That's one of their main shows to work. So there's no excuse why that looked like that. I can understand why Super, One Piece, all of those went through transitions because you had the same staff. Imagine doing that for different shows. That's not that easy.
Yeah.
But, you know,
They gotta get-
I understand those concepts. I'm not gonna be one of those people but that show. If there's a good reason behind it, fine. As long as you could come back and give us a Dragon Ball Super Broly and make up for that really poor animation of Super, I'm good with that. But Seven Deadly Sins, what the hell was the excuse? What was it?
None.
They don't have an excuse. I'm still mad about it. So honestly, they ruined that show. That show went straight to shit. I
don't even want to watch the new one. Like it's out.
I read an article about that season that supposedly the company, the company is actually part of that animation was done outside of Japan, and it was because the company they were so busy with some other project that when they started on Seven Deadly Sins, they were like right up on their deadlines. Like the shit was like due the next day. And they were like, well, fuck, what are we going to do? So they contacted one of their offshore companies in like Korea, I think. And they were like, can you guys help get in some of our key animations for the show? And because
key animations, the best fight. Yeah, sure, no problem.
We ended up with some trash ass offshore shit. And that's what ended up getting to air. And I mean, I will say that the Netflix version of it, they touched some of the scenes.
It rendered it a bit. I'll say like 25 to 30% look better, but
they improved of it, but it
couldn't
just
save it.
Yeah, you can't salvage like once a show has been that deeply, deuced on, like you kind of have to crap it out. I have heard that season 4, the final season, the team spent a lot more time and money on it, so I've heard that it is improved again.
I saw clips yesterday.
I haven't watched.
Meliodas looked okay. Like his final form, if you know what he kind of looked like Anjuman.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know if y'all. He looked good, but that was a still. That was a still.
I want to force myself through season 3 just so I can watch the ending. Because the good thing about that show is that at least like it didn't do anything. Like it never deviated from the manga. So if you watch the anime all the way through, you get the whole story. And this final season, it's still accurately finishing the season, which I give them a lot of props for finishing it. It just sucks. The last 2 seasons just don't look. The first 2 seasons look so good. I mean, some of the animation I've seen for TV anime, and the back 2 seasons just are. It's the contrast is so high that it makes me just so disappointed.
Escanor, who's supposed to be this big, massive human.
So sad.
Man, his muscles were like rounded.
Oh my
it looks so bad. He's like, I am the one. And I was like, you're not the one in this anime. You treated like a one piece of crap. That's what they treated you like.
Sama, do you remember the name of the animator that does all the sick stuff in Dragon Ball? I'm trying to find his name, but I can't find his name.
You talking about for Super?
The one that
animated the movie, or
the one that you.
Un momento, because he did Attack on Titans, like their biggest episodes and stuff.
Oh,
I think that
Levi scenes.
I was watching I was watching an interview with another animator on YouTube, and I've talked about this interview in the past on the podcast, but essentially there's another podcast that I like called Trash Taste. They have 1 million subscribers. We have less than 100 subscribers, so I don't have to plug them. If you know
You're
them,
almost there.
So their podcast, they had an animator on who actually worked on Broly. He did some of the animation on Broly. Some of the just like little stuff. He didn't, he wasn't doing the big scenes or anything, but he did some of the small stuff on that show. And he talked about how the guy that we're talking about, he gets
Shintani.
paid. He gets
That's
paid.
His freaking name. I always forget. What's his name? First name Nahiro Shintani. I just know Shintani. Like, every time I hear Shintani, I get excited because I know he's bringing the fingers, bro. He's like,
yes.
So,
and I think they were talking about how this guy is he's the pay that he gets is like scaled way crazy. Like it's like most animators in Japan don't really get money. I mean, they honestly get paid fucking not even a living wage. And they get fucking nickels and dimes. But supposedly if you develop yourself and you end up with a really, really big reputation like him, he is so sought after that companies are willing to pay, way more for his time. And I'm like, that's crazy to me when you've got animators getting so dicked that.
I think they came to him after Broly and they said, we might want to bring back the show. And he was like, I'm willing to do it.
That's dope.
No problem. But they're going to have to pay him, definitely. But he also said, I also don't want to be rushed. Okay, he heard what happened with Dragon Ball Super in the beginning. So he said, I don't want to be rushed like that. My time, my patience, but I'm gonna bring you the product that you're gonna be, you know, definitely
right
like the movie. So
hey,
I don't know if they agreed to anything or I don't know, but they wanted him to reanimate the new moral arc or whatever they want to bring out, or the Broly.
I love. Okay, so I don't think I've said this on the podcast before, but here's the deal. I love Dragon Ball Super. Like some people don't respect me for it. Whatever. I thought Super was black. I've had people tell me that they like GT better than Super.
What?
I want to slap the shit out of people. I'm like, you are playing games with yourself if you like GT better than Super.
If you're talking about forms, just the Super Saiyan 4. I mean, there's nothing else in GT that was exciting, honestly.
But if you think the final product that GT is better than the final product that Super is, then there's something wrong with you. Like, I mean, it's just there's a better storyline, better character development, better fight scenes. I mean, just Super is a blast. I love Super.
They took Trunks in GT and just said, man. Let's say this is Trunks that killed Frieza with no effort, and they just made him like a little like a jabroni, bro. He was a legit jabroni. Like, oh my god. And I understand that's Kid Trunks. That was Kid Trunks of Z.
Yeah,
so I understand that's not the future Trunks that went through all that hell, but bro, the outfit, that trench coat with them socks, I was like, no, I'm not having this. And they actually fixed him up for the game Xenoverse and the Dragon Ball Heroes and stuff. He's actually looked more presentable. He has a trench coat. He has his long pants. He has his long hair. You know, pretty cool looking.
Okay.
But yeah, GT. I liked Omega. I like the General Shadow Dragon like concept. Baby was cool.
Yeah.
Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta.
To me,
they did the enemies right in GT. Like most of them were good.
Is a good blend of. Okay, so it's like, you know, for Dragon Ball the original, which is I will admit Dragon Ball the OG is my favorite of the franchise.
Of course.
And I mean, some people think that's silly too, but I like the comedy aspect. I like what Toriyama was doing in the original version. I like that it was a little more down to earth martial arts mixed with comedy.
That's what I missed.
Fantasy. That's what I loved about the OG Dragon Ball. Z's great. It's got great battles. It's got great development for some of its characters. Battle mangas are fun, but for me, OG Dragon Ball's the best. So what I liked about Super is that it took elements of Z. It took some of the fights, the scaling stuff from Z, and it combined some of the elements from Dragon Ball, where it was more of the comedy. It was more of the more pulled out. You know, things had a little more fun.
The more giggly Goku.
We got, I mean, like,
that guy.
you never got Monaka in Dragon Ball Z. Like, Monaka
the great nippler. The great nippler.
I love Monaka.
He's the strongest. He's the strongest person in the universe.
He reminded me of Mia Kaboom. He was a delivery driver in space. You know, he'd bring your Amazon packages with nipples out. That was a great man.
His nipples are always pointing out.
He saved them twice.
Yes,
right. It was copy Vegeta. He broke the.
Yes. I was like, so I love Super. I think Super's a blast, and I think people don't. I don't know. I think people disrespect it a little bit. But I really do think it's an awesome addition to Dragon.
I think what it was is too many transformations. I think people got tired of red, blue, orange, green. Goku went through what? 1, 2, Kaioken 3.
Justin, yeah.
Omen 4, Mastered 5. 5 transformations. He always gets the victory. I think what they wanted in Super was a legit Vegeta victory.
Yeah.
He still didn't get that.
Someone told me that Vegeta was a disappointment in Super, and I was like, I get it.
It's like we get it. He's always been one, to be under Goku and always follow, keep up with him. But there was a point in Super that you could tell Vegeta was stronger. Like pure strength, as in Goku was more of a tactician, and he does that in the hit fight. Vegeta goes full in, and he loses. Goku sees what happens and he figures out a way to fight a guy who could bend time. Like, it's kind of crazy when you think about it with Kaioken.
Right.
But they were mad because Gohan, we already lost him. But they really thought, all right, Vegeta, he's going to have his victory, like a clean, pure beatdown victory. Didn't get it. With Goku Black Arc, he didn't get it. He got a win, but he didn't get the victory overall.
Who did he fight in the Tournament of Power? He beat someone in the Tournament of Power, right?
He beat Topo.
Oh, Topo.
he did beat
He beat Topo. Yeah.
He beat
I knew.
Topo. Okay, but it's again second to command of
Right.
Topo was, even though he's a god of destruction in training.
Hey, Topo's badass. Yeah, there was no.
Oh no, I love Topo, but he just Hakai. The Hakai was a little too. He was Hakaiing pebbles. He was Hakaiing pebbles at this point. Hakai. So, but the way he beat him was good because they bring back Majin Buu arc, Vegeta exploding, sacrifice for, I guess now his universe. Mm-hmm. So the character development was there, but people wanted him to literally just win. If it wasn't the tournament power, at least it was the Black arc beating Zamasu or Goku Black. Something. He didn't. So it's just like, and then the Broly move, they're like, Vegeta got this one. Didn't happen again. So I don't know if y'all followed the Super manga.
He kind of won in the movie because he just fused with Goku and I mean
Gogeta raped Broly, bro. That wasn't even nice.
Oh my god. Yeah. Gogeta took another dimension. I'm about to say go through dimensions. I was like, what the fuck?
That's it. That's what he did.
When I saw that in theaters, when I was in theaters watching that movie, and Gogeta fucking starts breaking through dimensions as him and Broly are fighting, and it's like,
eyes, bro.
I was so right. I was like, what is going on right now? But it was so dope. It's one of the coolest theater moments for me to watch Broly in theaters.
So we go from that, right? He doesn't get a win. All right.
Yeah.
The new manga with Moro. Mm-hmm. This was it. I don't know if y'all follow it, so I don't know if I want to spoil it or anything.
Any of it.
No, so I don't think I should say anything.
I'm curious.
No, don't care. No. Well,
I'm down for whatever.
Vegeta once again was supposed to be the savior. At one point, they get beat down. Moro spanks both of them.
Okay.
Vegeta goes to Planet Yardrat, where Goku went before, to learn instant transmission.
Right.
Oh.
He goes, he learns some new abilities. He actually catches some old instant transmission, but of course he puts his own take on it. So he comes back doing like this weird teleportation kind of like evasion technique.
Mm-hmm.
Moro beats him again.
Oh my!
He masters pretty much Evolution Blue, which is his new power up of Blue.
Okay.
Pretty much in the manga. No avail. So
the
first Beerus puts him in place because he goes one-on-one with Beerus, tests out his new power. Beerus is like, impressive, still pathetic. I'm like, yo, Beerus, chill, bro. But so with Moro, Goku kept losing, and they saw it as, okay, Vegeta's gonna come back with his new technique. No. So at this point, I think people just giving up the fact that Vegeta will be second fiddle. It's just the way it is. And I think bringing back the anime, if you're going to keep doing that, that's what might bring Dragon Ball just totally down. Because at one point, we're going to get tired of Goku always finding a damn way to win. We get it. He's Goku. He's the main character. He's the good-hearted spirit that he's going to find ways to beat you with technique or ideas. But it comes a point that we need a Gohan victory like before, That just changes the landscape of the show and passes on to a new character. I don't know if they're gonna do that, but Oob is actually in this arc.
Oh,
I know who Oob is. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
They bring back the theory that he's a god because he has God Ki from the Majin, from the Majin, not the Supreme Kai, the fat Supreme Kai that Majin Buu absorbed, become fat Majin.
Yeah.
That Kai has God Ki. So Popo talks about it in one random thing of the manga. And he's like, there's a human here with God Essence. And Goku was like, who? And he was like, you might need him one day, so just understand that he's here. And if you ever need him, we can train him, whatever. And, he's in the Moro arc. Oob does his thing, and it looked like, oh, woo, we got a new character, Oob. Goku, of course, takes, the main spot and does what he does. With Ultra Instinct, he masters it again and puts some hands. But you also have a character named Mirrors, who's an angel in training, with his younger brother. He's a main part of that arc too. But everything revolves around Goku winning. It's just like, at what point do we get tired of that?
Yeah.
You had an angel in training. You have a human essence. Vegeta surpassing breaking limits, and Goku still finds a way to be, put enough damage on Moro to be considered a victory, whatever. And then you got Granola. So I don't think Vegeta is going to be important in this.
Oh my
so
God.
it just comes to a point that Vegeta fans and fans of every other character, like the humans and the Namekians, are just not the show now. It's sad, but Piccolo used to hold his own android. Cell Saga, he held his own. That was like the last time he held. It's been downgraded. So how much more can they just rock Goku being a main character and main force of the show? It gets tiring,
Like
I
haven't seen Super, and I've seen. I think the most I've seen is just Buu Saga, but my favorite saga is the Cell Saga, and I feel like a lot of people really like the Cell arc just because we see Goku die. Essentially, we see him lose, and the next best thing we see go on, and it's just nice to have some something that's not predictable, like. Oh, yeah. Goku's gone. Who's going to be the one that's going to step up? And it's, go on. And the go on versus Cell fight in itself is just epic. But hearing that Goku is kind of like what is it called? The Deus Ex Machina? Is that what that kind of character trope of he's just...
Deus Ex Machina means it's like an ass pull. It's like something that isn't in line with it, essentially, right?
Yeah. The shaft
basically like plot
the
armor.
But it was... I kind of like the way they went with Goku, like the way he got triggered to get the mastered form of Ultra Instinct, the white hair form, silver hair, But again, it was just like, now they actually gave credit to a lot of the Z fighters. They actually did a lot in the arc.
Okay.
Krillin was fighting Yamcha, Tien, all these people, Piccolo, they were fighting.
So they actually get time to shine.
Yeah, they actually had some shine. Like they held down their thing, but then just smacked them all up. But you got to see, and Majin Buu came back, and he was kind of semi-useful, kind of, not really. But it was just the fact that we were just like, okay, that was just the automatic. Like, how is Goku gonna find a way to beat this guy who kind of like Thanos? He's a magician. He's absorbing energy. He's like not a typical enemy. He can absorb their God Ki, which was surprising to them. But it was like, how's Goku gonna win? It's like, no. Can we get another victory from anybody else? Can Moro actually win? Like, just do something like Thanos, and can he actually beat everybody or snap them away? That kind of concept, like delete the universe. And I guess Whis could have rewinded it and something like that. But give us some kind of throwaway, like toss us off the path that it was going. But Toritaro, like I said, it looked promising. Bring Moro in. Jiren kind of just bang bang boom, knocking everybody down. I was like, oh snap, this is the first time I see like an automatic savage approach to it. But and then I guess the most of the Japanese fans was like, we want Goku.
That's a great thought.
Yeah, so
I've always wondered if
I wonder what the popularity polls are for DBZ.
Wait, what, David?
I was saying I wonder what character popularity polls are for DBZ.
Yeah, I've always wondered.
It's always Goku.
Do you think Dragon Ball Z could exist, or Dragon Ball could exist? Like, could they make a series without Goku in it, and could it still be popular? Like, do you think they could do it?
It's so bad right now because he's been there 30 years, 35 years.
Yep.
He's the poster boy. He's not. It's like certain shows I see that they actually put different people on covers. Like for a while they'll hold down the franchise for a while, and then main character who come back older or whatever. Goku looks the goddamn same since Z.
Yep.
At the end of Z, which Super is supposed to take place before the end of Z. At the end of Z, Goku goes away. Like he trains Oob, and he's a god already. But at that point, when Goku fights Oob in a tournament, he's got Ultra Instinct, all this stuff. That's where they're going for it. So it's already planned out that Goku ends the series. He leaves, and unless they're gonna now do another thing with Oob and Goten and Trunks, and but do people really care about those characters at this point? Because you're done forced down Kakarot and even Vegeta down our throat. It's been bad. You had Trunks, and he became nothing, and then he had his little arc in Super, and then that's it. No more Trunks.
Mm-hmm.
So Gohan is already an old man with his kid. It's just like there is no warrior or future, disciple. So what I'm seeing is that what they're gonna and Vegeta got to destroy. They're hinting that in the manga. So Whis is teaching Goku his Ultra Instinct stuff. Beerus is more of the destruction with Vegeta, like, give me your power, show me how much you can create, So I think that's the route they might go with them. But it's like, and then what? The series has to end because they're God of Destruction, damn angel at this point.
Yeah.
So you have to pass it down to the next if you're gonna continue the franchise.
Yeah, I would find it really interesting if they took a side character, someone like way off beat. I mean, I'm not talking like Vegeta, but like take someone like, I don't know, like Hercule or something, and like created an entire like
Dynamite
story
punch
around that. You know what I mean? Like, I think that would be really fun and interesting because it's kind of like that manga that came out where that guy got reincarnated as Yamcha. Have you guys ever seen that manga? It's called That Time I Got Reincarnated as Yamcha.
No,
this is real.
That's
this
not
is real.
real.
Okay? It's real. It's real.
Is it fan made or?
Yamcha.
It's literally some guy is living normal life and he wakes up one day and he's in Yamcha's body and he has to fight he like wakes up in the middle of the fight with Nappa and Vegeta. But it's an interesting concept though because there's so many likable and interesting characters in Dragon Ball. But after a certain point, honestly, after the Cell Saga, it feels like everyone who has been in charge of writing for Dragon Ball has given up and just decided that every arc is just going to be Goku and it's going to be Goku focused. And I don't know if we're ever going to get canonically anything but Goku. Like if they make more Dragon Ball that's canon, it's going to be about Goku.
We can't say that because 17 actually won the Tournament of Power.
That's true.
You're right. He did.
But it wasn't because 17 is not because 17 whooped Jiren down. Like he was just strategic. He just knew what he knew what his part was, and it was to stay alive, create distractions. Yep. He had unlimited stamina because that's what Android is in the show. So he knew, but the fact that he can kind of hold his own against a god was kind of After Dragon Ball Z, where the hell did 17 train if he's been in the jungle for 10 years? Was he fighting bears and became a god? Like, how the
come on.
So I didn't like that aspect of it, but because he was new, I was like, get him 17. You're new.
Hey, I fucked with 17.
The fact that they had to make Frieza an ally was different, was good, and it was awkward because Goku was like, we gotta do it. He's like, oh, fine, monkey, we'll do it. But it was just like, it was different just to see Frieza throwing down and not actually screwing them up, which he would probably do if he could. But Beerus was like, don't play around because I will. Okay. But I think if Goku just soloed Jiren, that would have destroyed the franchise because Jiren was just, Goku could not beat him. He tried again. Jiren fought Vegeta at his best. He fought Frieza at his best. He fought 17 and he wasn't tired. Goku was just fighting him one-on-one and so for him to solo him with just Master Ultra Instinct would not have been good because you gained this new form and now you could just beat up. That didn't make sense.
All right,
so
Jiren,
the fact that
Jiren versus Gogeta, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue. What do you think? I mean, because I don't know.
I think Gogeta wins.
He fought both of them. He fought both of them
separately,
and he beat them.
Yeah, I think Gogeta wins. But that's just me.
But it's Jiren, bro.
They say that Gogeta in the movie, he says, when we fuse, we just don't combine our powers, but it also doubles exponentially.
Yep.
It's like an extra Zenkai boost when they fuse on top of their both powers together. So if that's the concept that they rocking, Gogeta wins.
Yep.
But if not, Jiren is right there. And Jiren's going to put some hands on Gogeta because Broly was not trained and he was putting some hands on Gogeta until he went blue, and that was just rape.
Right.
But even at Super Saiyan and regular, he was putting hands on.
That's actually something I really appreciated about the Broly movie is that once Gogeta went Super Saiyan Blue, like Broly genuinely stood no chance, and he basically got his ass beat. Like
but he was also exhausted because that form drained him.
That's true.
What if it's a full power Broly that actually knows his strength. I don't think Gogeta Blue actually gets to play around that much. Have some fun.
Yeah.
But because Broly was tired, again, that's the whole Dragon Ball thing. Jiren versus Broly. They always put it on certain situations where Jiren is tired. Oh, Goku beat him. The dude was exhausted. He went one-on-one with all of y'all at y'all best.
Mm-hmm.
He fought y'all all at once at y'all best. At a point, even Jiren the Gray is gonna get tired. You know, it was only a 48-minute tournament, but you expelling that amount of God energy, bro, he's gonna be tired. And I don't think that full powered mode that he was in, I don't think so. He didn't know how much it drained him. Kind of like Golden Frieza had to understand how much golden form drains him. And so he mastered that, form.
I love Golden Frieza.
Like they beat Jiren knockout either. They just were capable of sending him outside of the bounds, right? He wasn't able to continue to
he was still fighting, but they broke apart. Goku and Frieza just sacrificed themselves with him to eliminate him, but they didn't beat him. But here's the problem with that whole thing of the tournament. If they gave Jiren the ability to kill, they all would have been dead. If it was a tournament to kill each other, Goku wouldn't stand a chance. But because he was restricted, that's why it went the way it did.
I think Jiren might one of my favorite characters introduced in Super. He's just fucking bad.
Yeah, a lot of people say he's dry. He has no demeanor. He doesn't have
Jiren's
to. He's
dope.
Jiren. He's
David
powerful.
doesn't even know who Jiren is, and David likes Jiren. Look at him.
I know what he looks like, and he looks pretty dope. I think
he's dope,
cool.
dude.
I like his design.
No mercy. He's Cobra Kai, baby. Strike first, strike hard, no mercy. That's it. He don't play. But I liked him because he wasn't a bad dude. He was impressed that these people had this kind of power. Okay, he's never encountered that. His story was they killed his family when he was young and everything. So he trained to be the goddamn best, and nobody, not even his own god, has power over him. That's crazy. But with Goku and stuff, he wanted to see how far he was going. So he gave him enough chance to keep fighting him and keep things, but Goku kept losing stamina. So he's just like, nobody's worthy. All right, bring all of y'all together. Let me see what y'all about them together. It's crazy, but Jiren is mad strong. But Broly versus Jiren, I think Broly beats him if Jiren gives him enough time to power up. Build his strength. Broly has this unlimited tap of power. That's just his character. That's how they built him. But if it's a quick, Jiren is killing Broly immediately. I'm
about to say if they were to just fight and Jiren was like, you have to defeat Broly, Jiren would just blast him.
Very simple. And it's over. But if it's a spar and build Broly, it's so Gogeta, the same theory. Gogeta could probably beat them both if he goes full force, obliterate. But if he's playing around, don't give Jiren no time to really power up. Okay, he's gonna wreck you. So that's all the concept. But people are like, beat Jiren, so I don't know why y'all put him in the tier as. Bro, you watch the Tournament Power? Did you watch that show at all, or you just? Even the manga, Jiren wasn't strong, so it's depends where did you watch the anime or the manga. It all depends. It's different, but at the end of the day, I'm not done ranting, sir.
No,
Kakaroto, I'm tired of him winning. So if they don't change that theory, I don't think Dragon Ball is going to continue with the other shows. Having that same, notoriety and stuff like that.
I dig it. I think this was dope to deep dive Dragon Ball. This was exactly what I wanted to do, and Sama, you nailed it.
But we didn't talk about heroes.
I think we talked enough about it.
Super Saiyan 4 Vegito? I don't think y'all ready
That'll be for next time. We'll be for next time.
We can save heroes for... No, Sama, honestly, genuinely, all I know about heroes is that there are multiple timelines.
It's fun.
There's Gokus from other dimensions. There's all the
Goku.
Yeah.
Regular
and all
Goku,
I know is that is absurdity. And I also heard the animation's not very great.
It's could be better. But
it could be better.
It's a promo anime. It runs.
Right.
They do it to promote the game in Japan, which is gigantic.
Right. It has not. It really is not made to be anything beyond that. So, But yeah, I mean, I'm curious to see where the Dragon Ball franchise goes. I'm curious how long the Super manga is going to run. I'm curious what they're going to do with it for the rest of the story, because if they'll ever animate it, I don't know. Will we get another movie? I don't know. Are we going to keep getting video games forever? Are they just going to make Dragon Ball video games forever?
They're gonna milk that forever.
Because they have never stopped.
Every time they release a character.
They've never stopped. Okay. Dragon Ball games just always come out. You know what I mean? Like, they've been making Dragon Ball games.
Xenoverse 2 is like 6 years old, and they're still putting out DLC.
Still putting content.
They just recently dropped
Dragon Ball Fighters,
right?
Dragon Ball Fighters just ended their second season.
No, their
second
third?
Season,
Third?
right?
I thought it was their third season. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Shit.
That they put a
Gogeta,
ton of characters
SS4 Gogeta just came out.
Yeah.
Broken, so.
Isn't it crazy? Atlas was doing BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle, Dragon Ball Fighters, a new Guilty Gear, and they're doing that new Dungeon Fighter game. They are just fucking.
That's just because I think they just have a lot of teams. I think they have a lot of teams dedicated to different areas.
Maybe so. Usually,
the girl, you know that it's a female that actually is like the head director of Dragon Ball Fighters. She's like in charge of all of it. And
no wonder 21 was the
right.
Hey,
Android 21.
I think it's dope. I don't know of any other anime game, especially because Fighters to me is like
an actual good game.
The best Dragon Ball game of all time. Like I don't know if I have like a I don't know if I can think of a Dragon Ball game that's better. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, Budokai was pretty damn good.
Legacy of Goku on the Game Boy.
No. Budokai
Legacy of Goku for the Game Boy was pretty sweet.
1, 2, 3, bro. Come on. Legacy of Goku is something else, bro.
Those were fun.
That was dope. That was fun. But in terms of gameplay, in terms of competitive nature and tournaments, Fighters has definitely been there.
Oh yeah,
the biggest hit.
I think that's when you have to go like, it's cool that that a woman was the one kind of that was leading the charge for that, and I think that that really shows that Dragon Ball is a franchise that is genderless. It is ageless.
It's changing. They just want different ideas. They want to see what you can bring.
I feel like Sama, you know little kids. I know little kids in the world that like they're Dragon Ball fans now. You know what I mean? And we were fans of it 20 years ago when it came out. Like it's like
him and all of his friends at school play Dokkan Battle on their phones.
Literally, they play it on their phones, and I'm like, that's so weird.
I am a veteran of the Dokkan Battle. 6 years. So
hey, Jonathan's been playing a long time too, bro.
It's crazy that Dragon Ball has such a persistence as a generational
and I think that's why, because it jumps into card market.
It came out in 1984. 1984. Dragon Ball debuted,
86, sir.
Or 86. Sorry. Good, thank you for correcting me. Someone would have corrected me.
If there's one thing I could correct you on,
someone would have corrected me in the comments anyway.
Yeah, I'm about to say, anytime Jerry
every time I mess up, someone from somewhere.
No matter what, if Jerry messes up, we will get a comment on the video correcting it.
Someone, where are you coming from? Chill.
I have different accounts, Jerry. That's been me all this time.
Shit, you son of a bitch. No,
secrets out.
That's just crazy. But yeah, Dragon Ball is so persistent. It's so cool, and I mean, just hearing you talk about it, Sama, it's like, it makes sense, right? This is the type of franchise that is multimedia. You know, you've got games, movies, TV shows, stories, mangas, toys. I mean, this is a huge franchise, and not that, but it's persisted because the characters are likable. The stories are fun. They continue to make more content. I mean, this is something that no matter how old you are, you can enjoy Dragon Ball, no matter who you are in this world. There's some sort of character that you'll find a connection with, a relatability with. And I think that Toriyama really nailed it when he created this franchise. And
definitely,
it's crazy because I don't know if anime, this is a hot take maybe, but I don't know if anime would be where it is now in the United States without Dragon Ball.
For sure.
And,
I agree.
I mean,
especially here.
They were better animes, but overall that bring a lot of different people into it. Like just people that didn't watch anime or cartoon. Dragon Ball. But they just see fighting and the music, and it
appealed.
It's cool. Appealed to a lot,
American sensibilities that I don't know if when Toriyama sat down to write it, I don't know if he knew how cross-cultural something like Dragon Ball was going to be. You know, like I don't know if he had any idea that the story he was writing was going to defy cultures and generations, and was going to. It's crazy. I mean, it blows my mind still to this day hearing the fans. Anytime I sit down with a Dragon Ball fan, it is just something else, because at least, you know, hearing you say it's not, you can admit it's not the best anime ever, but it just has such an important place in this world. So it's crazy.
Developing your like for
then
you can venture out to certain things like, oh, maybe
I love it.
Anime that just fighting, or what do you call it? That's the other one. lifestyle.
Oh yeah,
Slice of
slice
life.
of life.
Yeah.
Slice of life, you know, because it has a lot of that too. If you look at Super, there's a couple of slice of life episodes. Gohan talking to Trunks, you know, like it had a little bit of everything.
A lot of
in that.
in slice of life anime in general is so Japanese, and I don't think that Dragon Ball in particular is very Japanese in their slice of life style. Like
it's pretty American.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't even say it's American. It's just sort of like
Universal.
almost non-cultural.
But you know, I was saying Super, and even Z, this had episodes that was just down to earth, like Goku going to the market buying some fish and Chi-Chi screaming at him, go to work. He went to work, put his hair in gel. First time I see Goku with a suit, you know, like it was just different aspects of it. Or Vegeta and GT shaving his mustache. He called everybody.
I forget about the mustache.
I forgot about the mustache.
That was the greatest thing in GT. He's like, Boma, Chi-Chi, you see anything different with me? No. I shaved my mustache, you idiots! You know? But it was just those little things like Vegeta being a father and just, you know, those are, to me, those slice of life moments for at least Dragon Ball, because it was just, we didn't see them go to school or eat it was just like fight, eat a little bit, who we fighting next? So it was those episodes, especially Super, I think, bring out a lot more of the, so I felt like fillers and everything, but
I'm about to say one of my favorite fillers is whenever Goku and Piccolo, they got to go get their driver's license. That's one of my favorite Dragon Ball Z fillers ever.
I can't believe that was actually a mission in the Dragon Ball Kakarot game. Oh my god, what a horrendous!
Got to get your driver's license, obviously.
Gotta get your driver's license because Goku really needs one. But cool things like that, I think Dragon Ball touch on a lot of things that they know can relate to anybody. So that's why they keep it consistent. Bandai makes their money. Toei makes their money. Akatsuki for Dokkan Battle making absurd money. Dragon Ball Legends on the mobile. They're doing something. Xenoverse is still going. Fighters is still going.
They're making bank.
It's everywhere. Sure. And now the card game, I think it didn't have no notoriety at the beginning, but because Pokemon came back hard, people were like, you know, okay, Pokemon. What else is out there? Oh, Dragon Ball, and these cards are premium and they're nice and gold foil and
the arts
and the card
great.
game.
Honestly,
the game is. It's easy to play and it's fun and
especially in an age where like we played Yu-Gi-Oh, and Yu-Gi-Oh was confusing back then, and now it's like I don't even know how to play Yu-Gi-Oh anymore. And I played Yu-Gi-Oh for like 10 years.
Kenny, here's the thing: I looked at a passive 2 minutes to actually fully understand what I just read.
What the fuck?
Oh and that was just a support call. I was like, what happened? Yu-Gi-Oh used to be like spellcaster. Say a little story about him. Attack 2,500, defense 2,100. You attack them, lose life points. He attacks you, defense mode. You know. Now it's like if you bring 2 cards on the field, I'm just like.
Oh, now you need field centers and your link cards, and you have to develop a pendulum zone, and then you have to Xyz and throw your.
Stop it, Kenny. Stop it. You're killing me. My head hurts already. Stop it.
I'm out. No.
That's it about the Dragon Ball card game is that every card does
everything. It's a little more simpler.
Every card can be an energy. Every card can be used, and then it's like just vaguely like there are battle cards and sort of like counter cards, and and that's it. Like
same thing with Digimon, very simple. It seems like just to play it and stuff like that.
I want to play Digimon.
I think that they're doing well with that.
I want to try it.
So we need to study. We gotta
order some decks, bro.
Okay, boys. So before we wrap up,
but where can we order if everything is sold out? According to Jerry, he bought out Target.
I'm too busy buying out the
send it to a guy named Sama.
Hey, no,
he's a flipper.
He's a flipper. He's a dirty flipper.
Scalper.
Honestly, today when I was trying to buy, I tried to buy 4 booster packs. 4 booster packs. And these motherfuckers, I literally just scanned 1, 2, 3. I scanned the 4th one, the whole screen. Boop, 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 boop. It like put a thing up. It was like, don't. And I was like, what is going on? The lady like came over. She like snatched the 4th pack. She was like, you're not allowed to have more than 3. And I was like, what is going on?
What was that for?
That was
at Target.
It was
that?
Pokemon. Pokemon. Yeah, at Target. I was at the self-checkout.
I don't think Digimon and thing has that limit.
I'm curious. Yeah, next I'm gonna try it again. You know, but
pure limit.
Dude, like the screen literally froze. Like it was like it like put a big error thing. It was like you're not allowed. It was like, and I was like,
oh no.
I was like, damn, they're cracking down on these Pokemon people.
Jerry's on camera,
bro.
Yeah, I was like, what?
No,
not me.
It was just funny because the lady came over and snatched the pack out of my hand. She was like, you're only allowed to have 3. And I was like, oh shit.
You're probably like the 30th person today that's like tried to get like 10.
Probably.
I was only getting 4. I was
Especially
That's one too many, Jerry.
if there was a lot there too, like, you know,
Yeah.
I think they should
I
make
was
a new card game.
when I got
There's this-
there was like
What's up?
100 Battle Styles packs out. So I was like, why is there so
Oh,
many
yeah?
packs here? And I was
'Cause
like,
you
now
only
I
have
know
3.
because it's over here. Woo, woo, woo! When you try to check out with more than 3.
They're throwing from Dragon Ball to Pokemon damn cards, but I don't think Battle Styles is that hype. I don't feel
No.
it. I don't
You're right.
see it.
It's not.
I don't
it's,
see it.
It's the
I
weakest.
feel like Shiny Faith, Battle Styles, and I like the cards, but I don't feel like the people are
and
in
we're in a
demand now to
period
buy
right now,
everything. It's crazy.
So we're in a period between, the next Pokemon card set doesn't come out for about 3 months. So we're in a pretty good dead period where Pokemon can just keep putting product, reprint every week now for 3 months straight.
Yeah.
I think over the next 3 months, we're going to finally see a little bit of hope at the end of the tunnel for that sort of stuff. For all
And
the
Battle Styles it's a player's set, right? There are 3 new like decks that are good to play.
It's actually
but it's not-
literally a good set to play. Like
Right.
that's what they're
They're not
hoping
super
for.
collectibles or like people
They
like,
actually do. They have a lot of alternate arts that is, but
alt arts are cool. The alt arts are cool. The alt
I actually
arts
have the.
It's just-
I'll,
it's just,
I'll show
again,
you
like-
later. Okay.
He already
it's like
pulled-
Goku. It's like the characters that they have as main super hype. That's the difference.
Yeah.
right.
You don't have a Zard. You don't have
Yeah.
the last sets. These are Urshifus, like cool bear fighting bear, but it's like so I think that, but
people
screw Pokemon.
play the
Screw Pokemon. I need restocks of freaking Digimon 1.5.
Yeah. Bro,
I need Dragon Ball, please. Vermilion Bloodline, just one more box. I need that
Lol.
Broly.
Vermilion Bloodline. That
How many Vermilion blood? I thought you opened at least 2 of them.
I
Sama?
opened one booster box and about 20 packs.
Okay, I thought you
That's
opened
all.
2 boxes.
No, I was, and I should have, but I was like, I'll come back for it. I went back, yeah, all product is gone, because that's when that wave of hell just hit. Out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Even Magic cards were being sold. I was
Magic,
Ugh.
Magic, no,
Magic
no,
never
that shit's
sells.
always on the
Surprisingly-
shelves.
Well, there's
So-
still
no, no.
magic everywhere at our area. Yeah.
Well, maybe
yeah,
it's
that's all
not-
you see, but even they were like starting to deplete. I was
that's
what the
great.
hell's going on? But Digimon, please restock. They're saying that they're gonna print more. There's so many cool cards I need, and I want them, and it brings me excitement. Jerry never heard me squeal on Instagram like when I was pulling those cards. I felt the love.
Omnimon. Fucking love
Omnimon, I pulled the Omnimon like he was like if Digimon, I'd just have to buy so many packs just to pull something. Digimon just one pack, Omnimon the other War Greymon. I'm like, I like this rate, so but I want the new set. So Digimon is life. It reestablished my pure love for just seeing these arts and these cards and the excitement I used to have for it.
some of the starter decks, bro. We gotta pick some.
Jerry, did you have the Tamagotchi?
Yeah.
Because I know you had a few of them.
You remember
Agumon used to poop and you never used to clean it.
I
God,
was
damn.
curious about that
Oh,
stuff.
damn.
Something we were looking.
Dude, they're back out like Tamagotchi. Like I feel like Bandai is starting to see that there is a market for this again.
Yep.
Because Pokemon bring that excitement to the adults back, and so I think they're gonna bring out some good.
There's this classic anime that I think they should make a card game for. It's called
Oh God, no! Don't do it.
Vampire Knight.
Oh! I haven't heard that one.
No, yeah, okay. Welcome to the Vampire Knight podcast.
And-
Night.
And why did I know that he was gonna say that? And I've actually not been on this podcast, but I've had a feeling he was gonna mention that damn vampire thing in the podcast. I was like, why does I feel like he's gonna say something when I said
Vampire Knight
Deborah? Dragon Ball Heroes, he's gonna say something about that vampire thing that nobody likes. But
Oh,
I rest my case.
I know someone who likes
Vampire Knight.
David down there.
The
Ooh,
Vampire
he
Knight huge fan. We all are
David,
huge
My man
fans.
Dave.
If I see Vampire Knight manga at a manga shop, I'm copping them. No questions
buys it all.
asked. I'm just grabbing them. I'm walking out.
If they full of stock and he goes in, they know there's gonna be a good day for them.
They
Oh,
know.
yeah.
Got you?
Vampire Knight.
If we hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, we will watch every episode of Vampire Knight live on Twitch.
You
We'll
heard
watch
that, folks.
it live, and we will review it live on Twitch if we get 1,000
I'm
subscribers.
going to create 900 different accounts so that can happen. So be prepared for this.
Please.
Every episode on Twitch, we'll watch the whole show beginning to end.
Watch the whole show.
Yo, so Jerry, just for you, I watched the one episode of ReZero. Wow, that was pretty.
Did you like it?
Pretty good.
You don't
Do you
like
think
it?
I liked it?
I don't think you did.
Probably not.
Dude, that animation was funny. I was like, wow. He said Tekken 1.
Oh no, you watched X-Arm.
X-Arm.
That thing. I'm sorry.
X-Arm is. Oh my god.
ReZero. Why I said I think I saw.
You were thinking of
Say what
ReZero.
But X-Arm, yeah, the day that you,
okay.
I was like,
It looked like.
wow.
Tell me it doesn't.
But you know what? There's some real fans of that show, okay? So you respect them.
I mean, maybe the manga.
In the comment section, they were really going in. They were like, "This show, people, this is the greatest thing I've watched." I was like, "You tell them, people." That's how I feel about Dragon Ball Heroes.
No. I'm sure on the other YouTube, on like.
No, I was just looking at like freaking different like sites or whatever.
X-Arm is one
comment.
of the worst
X-Arm,
combinations that have ever been created. That is one of the worst combinations.
X-Arm is a travesty.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
I had to just see it because y'all really sorted out.
The only thing that is even
Three-way slaughter
is the Promised Neverland season 2. The Promised Neverland season 2 was all fucking miserable.
Yeah, you really talking down on that. I'm like, damn, Jerry liked this show too.
Or like X-Arm is a travesty to the idea that
just the idea of life.
Yeah, somebody released a Tekken 1 animation, like fucking machine style animation, and was like, "This is a brand new anime," and it sucks because the manga seems really well drawn.
Yeah,
it looks.
The manga's art looks great. Actually, it looks really good.
That's weird.
It'd be like
just the things in life we don't understand, man.
For real.
It looks like Jerry's drawings. I got you.
No,
I still love Jerry's drawings. Jerry's all right.
Okay.
He needs to showcase that more often.
Before we wrap up, Sama, you've been an absolute joy. I've really, really loved having you on. I didn't expect us to go even this. I thought this was going to be a short episode, but we've almost went the full 2 hours. So I'm really impressed.
Are you surprised we've always gone 2 hours?
I know that's
so that's you know how we roll, bro.
I'm just sitting over here learning about DBZ.
I know I bored David to death because I saw the purest eyes of I don't care about Dragon's balls.
No, I was learning. I thought I knew like enough. Like I'm not an expert, but I was like, I thought I knew something. Every time I heard like a new character, I was like, who's this character look like? Oh, Jiren. Oh, he looks pretty dope. Okay.
Oatmeal granola. Okay,
but
before we wrap up, do you guys have any questions for Sama that you wanted to ask him before we wrap up? So we mainly talked Dragon Ball, talked cards, we talked all this stuff. What other questions do we have for Sama before we wrap up? Do we have anything else we want to ask him about anime, about his perspective? Because Sama is our most pure anime fan that I think we've ever had on. Someone who's so pure, is not exposed to all of the deeper regions of anime. So
I have ideas though. I know a lot of go deep into it, but
I feel like
Jerry tested me a few times and I've caught him off guard. I know what he's talking about. I just one, I don't have time to watch everything, so I'll look at synopsis or I'll try to just understand. All my friends will talk to me. I'll be like, oh, that sounds cool. I'll check it out one day.
I have one question. Okay, so you said you were a sports kid, right? You played baseball. Has sports anime never stuck out to you? Like I didn't
even know those existed honestly until Jerry and you guys started talking about them. I heard about Haikyuu. Actually on the level that they are, I was like, so I was like, but to read it, I saw a few like clips of like the anime, and I'm like, doesn't look bad, but just something I don't think I can invest in. But
what's your major sport, Sama?
Baseball has always been my main thing. I like basketball, but I think Kaboom, my co-host, is definitely the basketball guy. But if it's interesting story-wise thing, I guess I could watch it because you watch regular sports, so it's just an anime version of that.
Right.
Yeah.
But if they also fight and stuff, I mean,
that's
that
cool.
might be a good thing.
In our MLB, actually, there's so you know who Shohei Ohtani is, right? Or like Yu Darvish, or obviously Ichiro Suzuki, are big Japanese baseball players, and a lot of them have gone to Koshin, the tournament that in baseball animes, it's the big thing. It's their like national tournament, and so like I don't know, it gives you a bit of a perspective on Japanese baseball, and obviously
very big over there, very big.
It's their biggest sport, The Japanese baseball league is like,
that's what the Americans go when their career.
Yeah.
So Sama, here's my suggestion then. Okay, so I'm gonna give you an anime suggestion while you're here because it needs to happen. So you said you like baseball. You'll watch something that's serious, and also, so I'm gonna suggest an anime that's not that long, but it's about baseball, but it's also about gambling. Okay. It's a series called One Outs. It's one of my favorite baseball animes. Okay. So if you want to give it a shot, it's only 25 episodes long. It's a complete story. It's about a guy who's like a massively impressive pitcher. And his whole thing is that he essentially, what's it called where you,
he like gambles on his games.
Yeah. I mean, he makes money off people because they believe he's not as good as he is. And he ends up being incredible every time. What's that called? There's a word for that where you like
hustler, right?
He's deceiving them of his talent just so he can get
like people
the profit.
They're like, oh, we're gonna play pool, and they're like really bad, and they're like,
I'm whack, and then you pull out the Uncle Phil and Fresh Prince. He whipped out the stick and bing, bing, bing. I was like, yo.
I think it's just a hustler.
Yeah, like a hustler. Yeah. So this guy in One Outs, that's what the character essentially does. He's playing people for his pitching game, and they don't know how good he is. But it's really fucking dope. It's really well animated.
Is that on Crunchy?
I don't know where it's at actually. I'd have to find out because I watched it many years ago. But one of my favorite baseball animes because it's got a baseball focus, but also gambling, and there's a little bit of drama, and the character kind of gets wrapped up in some bad situations because obviously he gets caught up in some money, yada yada yada. Cool. It's really cool characters, really cool design. If you like things like I don't know, like if you like American TV drama type shows. It's kind of got that same feeling. It's very adult. It was written. It's a seinen. The anime is in seinen genre, which means it's for older men. So it's a very cool series.
You're hinting that I'm old boy.
No, yeah. But you know what I mean. It's targeted at older.
No, I got you.
A little more adult. So don't watch it with kids. Don't watch it with Kaboom Jr.
Because he watches everything.
He'll watch. Yeah. Kenny, do you have any baseball manga that you think someone would enjoy if you were to throw one out?
Baseball manga
or anime? I can't even think of any off the top of my head. I mean, One Ounce is my favorite one.
Ace of the Diamond,
big one. Obviously, it's very major second. Are interesting. Obviously, major. It follows him from like little league all the way
to the major leagues. Yeah,
it's a bit of an undertaking.
Slice of lifey.
Yeah. I actually really liked.
I think that's the only way I'll tolerate like actually right too. If it's like just two people, business people, and just going to eat and drink and but if it's
a lot of times sports anime and manga, it's kind of about the drama of the characters. Like the reality, like the sport aspect of it is really fun because they obviously have really tense like matches. But then a lot of times what keeps you invested is like you learn to love. I mean, it's just like when you're watching a real sport. Like if you love LeBron James, you get to know LeBron James. You want to root for he plays for the Lakers right now, guys. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you
good job, Jerry. Good job.
You root for the Lakers because LeBron James. Like, you know what I mean? Like that is the person you're rooting for. So you root for his team. The same thing happens when you watch these sports anime and mangas is that you grow an attachment to some of these characters and you end up really invested in their games. And so you're just like, oh my God, rooting for these guys. As they kind of develop and push through in these different circumstances. And that's what makes it so much fun. It's a very unique shonen genre because it still exists within, the same, Dragon Ball Z and these sports mangas were back to back in this magazine at one point in time. You know what I mean? Like you'd be reading about aliens exploding shit and then you flip the next page and all of a sudden it would be kids playing baseball. But like the reason you get so invested in that is just the passion that some of these characters have. And it's a really fun time, but it just depends, obviously, because I know it can be hard to get into some of those types of genres.
That's me. I've just always been like that. Like my certain things, and it's because nobody else but me wanted to watch it. Yeah. It's very hard when people are like, I watch it, but that's what you like. You can't force that upon. I'll check it out.
Right.
Oh, damn it.
See,
we still so long that he did.
That's actually rare. That's a twofer.
I drained his soul.
Damn it. I swear, I never disconnect whenever it's just us hanging out. And then all of a sudden, hilarious. We hit the goddamn play button. And...
4 is too many. But, like I said.
So, Petey, I have a quick question for you whenever you're finished.
Talk to me.
Okay.
Talk to me.
So, So you said that Battle of the Gods is what kind of got you back into anime, and when we started this podcast, I was kind of like, I've always seen anime, I've always liked it, but for me, the one anime that got me like really obsessed with it was JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh shit!
And then ever since then, I've just been ingesting anime. So I wanted to ask you.
After has a rough opinion of JoJo's, by the way.
Okay, we'll get to that after this. But I wanted to ask
we
you.
won't. We're good.
I have to know now. But
you don't love them sexy boys.
Yeah.
But so after Battle of the Gods, was there another show, maybe outside of DBZ, that's kind of like got you even further into the anime hole? Like anything else that's just like makes you just want
once I started watching that, what was that, 13, 14, what the hell was it? I know I rewatched like a little bit Yu Yu Hakusho because I didn't understand nothing when I watched it. So I started watching it, and then my boys was like, oh, something new is coming out. It's called My Hero. Whatever. Yeah. I saw that. I was like, okay. Since like branched, I think it was Yu Yu Hakusho. I think I saw a Bleach movie on Netflix. And like I was just getting it back. Like, let me see if I could actually watch anime again. It's kind of different. It was like, but then I started seeing the animation and work they were putting. I'm like, okay, so they're really putting in work into this. And just hearing everybody, there was just little whispers of things going on. One Piece, I've heard about it. Pirates, I hate pirates. I hate Pirates of the Caribbean.
No!
The only Assassin's Creed I hated was Flag. I hated that one. I'm not a pirate guy. I don't find it. I don't. It's weird.
It's okay.
It's weird. I just don't.
We respect you.
I've seen it. Like I've watched it. Like I like Doflamingo. Freaking dope. Weird but dope.
Yes.
But to
you're pretty
continue
drippy.
with it, I would rather watch One Piece certain fights. Like I want to see, that they like to watch the whole story. I can't. But that's what it was. Battle of Gods, and then I watched I played the game, and then I watched the movie, and went from there. And then Yu Yu Hakusho, and just started breaching into stuff that I was like, oh, let me just rewatch. If I can accept and rewatch all animes again. But it started building and building. I'm here, and then I kind of just fizzled out like last year again. And then I'm trying again. Jujutsu Kaisen was refreshing. I was like, okay, funny, just stupid things like when what's his name, where he turned into a piece of paper when he started floating. I think it was episode.
Oh yeah.
He just turned into a piece of paper. That's stupid, but it's hilarious.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So, but,
chocolate.
Yeah.
You were the chocolate beam. Come on.
Yeah, no, but it's just that he was talking to him, and because he said the first thing of becoming a master like me, you have to watch movies. Just turned to a piece of paper, and like I was like, what? What is it? But it's definitely something refreshing. Like I definitely look forward to finishing it. I gotta finish Attack on Titan because I'm still stuck on season 3 because I just quit it after a while. Tired.
There is a slow period.
But Jerry cries. So I'm like, it's got to be so juicy that he wakes up at 4:00 in the morning just to wait until it appears. So I know that's doing really good. So I'll get back heavy duty. Just my job and everything. I'm just so sapped.
Yeah.
So
that's understandable.
But it's there. Like I can never let go of anime. Like how I did that. Like I will see something, but it's not as heavy as you guys can go into every damn anime. I'm like, yo, these people want everything.
It's gotten kind of crazy. It's gotten a little crazy.
What I do instead of watching,
it's impressive, but it's just like you can accept a lot more things. I have to really, really watch and fill it out and stuff like that. You guys give everything, which is cool, and that's how you gotta be. You guys do.
Hell yeah.
You guys like it. You enjoy it.
Yeah. This is actually this is Jerry every Sunday whenever Attack on Titan comes out. Okay.
Let me see.
Oh my god. Yeah, I've seen the meme, Kenny.
Let's see.
You're ready for Titan right there.
Jerry, just like that, bro.
That
just
song.
like that, Jerry.
That song.
And he's doing it while ordering Funky Pops. Yeah.
Oh, the Funkies. Jerry's a
Funky.
big fan of the Funky Pops. Okay.
Just a little bit. I call him
He's only got a
Hot Topic
couple.
HQ. I call him the HQ of Texas.
I gotta be honest, Jerry is
manga lately. I've been spending more money on manga, honestly.
Jerry,
Yeah, I
don't
see
lie,
that.
bro. You got the Funkies, bro. You're a funky.
You're a man of culture, but you always will be the funky master, sir. That you would never change.
I mean, I've literally have a pile
PD,
down here that
okay, you should. Okay, the first 6 months of Jerry. This is a dumb story. The first 6 months of Jerry collecting Funko Pops, it was like he became a new human being. Okay, it was in the beginning. It was like just a few. And then it was like trying to get sought after ones, and he couldn't do it because, like, flippers or scalpers would be in the way. And then at some point, Petey, it was like, if you needed a pop, if you needed it and you needed it for retail, don't worry, Jerry.
Jerry HQ got you right.
It was like he was like, oh, Kenny, you just need to go wait in line at this place at this time, and you'll get it. I'm not joking. It was crazy.
Oh, no. I know.
He was like.
He signed deals. He signed contracts.
Yeah,
I know what he's done.
He knows all the managers at every mall. They're like,
dude. He told me.
No,
he said that the vendor. He said he's not up. He texted me. He said he's not up. He's not coming right now. I'm like, wait.
You're texting the vendor?
You communicate with the vendors?
Oh,
he's like, we just happened to talk, and I.
Yes. Yeah.
Remember, and when exactly does he drop some Pokemon product? I'm like,
listen.
That definitely the man.
At the vendor, I'm not the type to just like awkwardly like stand there and watch him put Pokemon cards on the shelf. So I just am too social. So I start like talking to them. I'm like, how is your day?
I hate you, Jerry.
What are you into?
I know exactly how you are.
I'm like, what do you?
But that's why you get what you get and how you get it, because that's how you got to be.
It's all about social. You remember, Sama, when you were with Chris Sabat had the New York Comic Con, the Majin Vegeta pop that he debuted at New York Comic Con. Do you remember this? It was like 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago.
That was the fall of my Funko dynasty. That was the first step.
That was,
did you get one?
That
of
was
those?
such a mess. I got it later, but the first initial thing after trying to sign up on his website.
Oh yeah.
You
didn't go to New York Comic Con though, did you?
Damn.
Okay.
If we had known, we could have gotten.
So yeah, that was crazy, because back
I didn't know Jerry at that time. I barely know Jerry. But it sounds like we know each other.
We've been talking for at least close to a year now, Sama.
Give or take.
I mean, yeah, something like that. But that New York Comic Con drop, it was crazy because Kenny and I had to hunt down. I missed it too, obviously. I wasn't able to get it. I had no chance. What Kenny had to do is I had to tell Kenny about this trading card game tournament.
It was a Dragon Ball Super trading card game that Chris Sabat was going to be at post New York Comic Con.
Yep.
I got there and there was about 12 people there. They probably had 300 of the pop.
Yep.
300 signed ones. They probably had about 500 of the regulars.
Nice.
Super easy. They were $50 a piece for the signed ones. I think it was $20 for the regulars, and it was just
something like that.
All for Funko to release another Majin Vegeta that looked 10 times better. And it was a common.
Better. There's a
That's why I'm glad it started the downfall. At that point, I'm just like, bro, you hunt so hard for this one that you think I'm good next week.
Right.
A common. Yeah, and it looks better. A common.
It's a big move.
So between that and All Might, the Funimation, when they re-released, I said, I'm tired.
I'm
Funko-Sama died, Petey-Sama.
I sat on Funimation's website for hours the day that they were doing the restock, and I'm so pissed, Sama, because on that one I have such a clear memory of this because I was on it all day, reloading or whatever. And when the line started, I was like really top, like close to the top. And then when they finally started letting people in the site, the line reloaded, and it put everyone back into so everyone that was in the line, they got stuck out, and anyone who couldn't get the site to load, they actually got in and got to the front of the line. So my line spot switched from like the top. I was like number 30 or something on the little queue. And then all of a sudden it was like 12,000.
10,000.
I was like, I remember I literally just like exited.
Just you talking about this gives me like weird
flashback
sensation, just like watching JoJo's.
Oh
no!
All right, I think it's time we wrap up. I think it's time.
It's time to wrap up, Sama. That's all we have.
If you made it to the end of the podcast today, remember we are doing a secret giveaway. If you listen to the whole thing, we are not publishing it, but we're giving away this Neji Rehado pop. Please send us a message on Instagram. Subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram. What else? Is that it?
They need to like, comment, subscribe.
Subscribe.
Like,
message
comment,
us on Instagram.
Send us a message
Don't
on
watch
Instagram.
JoJo's.
Let them know that you
Don't
did
watch
it.
JoJo's.
And if you
JoJo's.
don't, you will be entered to win a very rare, very exclusive Neji Rehados going for over $100,000, or not $100,000.
I'm joining right now.
Over $100 on the secondary market right now. It is a very rare Funko Pop. If you are interested in that pop, if you're a big fan of My Hero, great collectible to have in your collection. Something you won't be able to have as of this recording. Even though we've released 2 episodes announcing it, no one has entered the giveaway. So it is still open to anyone. Honestly, at this point, I feel like it's the first person to enter at this point. It's something you're not allowed to enter.
Maybe so.
Damn, I can never do nothing.
But if they get to the end and they see that, you should definitely enter our giveaway. But yes, one last time, guys, let's say thank you to Petey-Sama.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here, bud. Obviously, you're always welcome on the Uncensored Anime Podcast. Just like I've been on.
After I said what I said about JoJo.
Yeah. Even if you don't like JoJo's, it's fine.
We'll convert you. We'll convert
My
you.
man Kenny and David are like Hakai.
Oh no.
But if you didn't know Sama's podcast, I've actually been on 2 episodes of it. So I will encourage you all to go and listen to that if you're listening to this. I had a lot of fun being on your podcast too, Sama. So we're happy we were finally able to get you on over here to do our Dragon Ball episode, because this was a blast. And we've never done a full This was legit almost, it was like an hour and a half of pure Dragon Ball talk. So like, I hope that whoever listens to this is ready for fucking Dragon Ball.
Poor David. Poor David.
I
was just like,
I got a lot of stuff. I got a lot of shows to watch. I got a lot of DBZ to catch up on. So.
Well,
just watch Digimon, bro.
Oh my god.
Oh man, Digimon.
I'd rather watch Dragon Ball than
Digimons
Digimon.
are the champions.
Okay.
To digital champions to save the digital world. It gives me
You're probably like
goosebumps when
all
I
these
see the
things.
Anjaman come out.
Oh yeah.
When it,
All
like
right,
when you didn't know when you didn't know Anjaman was a thing, right? And you see all of them digivolve and you see Patamon and he's just like Anjaman. I'm like, who is that?
What?
And then you forget watching. You like, oh, he does digivolve to that. But yeah, great moments, guys. If you haven't watched Digimon or watch it. Pokemon is the big one, but Digimon, it's good. Watch it. It's a classic.
Oh, okay, awesome. Okay, so you guys know the drill. For those of you listening at home, you can like, comment, subscribe. Please do all of that. It helps to support the channel. It helps to support the show. If you're able to give us a little comment down in the YouTube section, that's awesome. Or if you can share the show, please do that. Additionally, you can support us by checking us out over on Spotify. We're also on Apple Podcasts and Anchor, many of these same places that all of your favorite podcasts are listenable. But if you're able to share us, please do. It really helps us out. It helps the show to grow. We've been growing steadily ever since we started, and we love to see that growth. It's been a lot of fun to be able to get out there, get our
After this episode is growing to over 9,000.
Hey, if we break 1,000 subscribers, everyone knows we're watching Vampire Night Live.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Thank you guys so much. It's the Uncensored Anime Podcast, and we're saying peace.
What he does.